Yo, guys, welcome to a very brand new 3D community challenge. It has been a long time coming, guys. First off, can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm looking at the chat right now. So much has went in to what we're about to dive into, guys. We have been working for months on this to make sure this is as fun and as accessible as possible for all of you guys who want to dive in this month to figure out some new skills, some new techniques. Yes, guys, we're doing it. We got the thumbs up from y'all. Welcome. It's good to see you guys. We're doing it again, guys. By a show of hands, we're gonna let people kind of come on in. We got about 500 people right now. We got a little email blast going out. We got a Discord blast going out. We got an Instagram blast going out. They're all probably watching the announcement video. Maybe you guys have seen the announcement video for this thing, and they're all eventually gonna land right here on the stream, and we're gonna get started together on the stream. So yeah, what are we doing? We're getting started. We're gonna go through the project files. I'm gonna show you guys the template file, and I'm gonna help answer any questions that you guys have about the project file, about the rules, about the FAQs, all that stuff. I'm here to support you guys on this 3D journey this month. And I'm gonna be making some art alongside you guys every Friday. I'm gonna live stream every Friday this month through February, all right? And I'm gonna go for it, all right? You know, the last couple challenges, I fell short, you know, as a lot of us did. We didn't get to submit art. And I wanna overcome that this time. I made this project file with Gavin Shapiro, mind you. The man is a champion. If you don't know about Gavin Shapiro, go check him out. He's gonna be one of the judges. It's gonna be me and him judging this thing, right? Me and Gavin, we put together this template file just for you guys. It's a really cool endless staircase loop. Now, what's up, everybody? It's good to see you guys. I hadn't made a video in 2024 yet. This is the first one, technically. So welcome. By a show of hands, I want to see, by a show of hands, we're gonna do a little poll here. How many of you guys have never done one of these before, but are gonna get it this month? You're gonna start today. Let me see you guys, first timers to these 3D challenges. Let me see the hands. Which is cool, by the way, because this is our 8th one. And I feel like we learn a lot of things each time we do it. Myself and the admins put this thing together, so I gotta give a big shout out to Sotomonte, who is behind my computer right now virtually, producing this live stream. But Sotomonte, shout outs to you. Ronan, shout outs to you. We got Saipo and we got Bad Cop. Shout outs to you guys for helping put all this stuff together. Gavin, love you, dude. Thank you for helping me build out that template file. And dude, we got a lot of hands up here in chat. That's what's up. Yes, guys. Yes. So good. It's good to see you guys. Amazing. True Velox, there'll be your 4th one. That's what's up, dude. Heck yeah. Amazing. So where do we begin, guys? There's so many things to talk about. Let's just get started with like what the heck this is. What are you guys doing? Some of you guys may not have seen the announcement video. So let me kind of walk you through what we're gonna be looking at here. Let me pull up the project file. I got a link for that down below. So if y'all wanna download the project files right now, that's the best way to get started. The second best way to get started is to join the Discord. Let me show you about that Discord real quick. If you guys aren't on the Discord, then you totally should be. It's free. Let me switch over. The link is down below. So let's see. Let's do a little switchy switch. Boom, Discord. Right, you'll hop on. Discord's a little confusing at first if you guys have never used it before. But on the left here, you will see these Eternal Ascent channels. And we got to get started where you guys, you know, I got the announcement video linked. I got the starter files linked. You can't miss the starter files, all right? I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. We got the rules down here. We'll get into all that stuff, right? What else? The submission link, March 3rd. All the good stuff is here. We got Feverkin coming back to do the top 100 montage music. We got FAQs, prizes. We're gonna get into all that stuff. But hop on this Discord, all right? Hit this little checkbox, get the role. That'll unlock all of these channels for you. Discussion is already popping off. It's a good time, guys. It's a good time. All right, so Brian, thanks for that super chat, man. I appreciate you. I missed it too. It's a very, like I said, man, a lot of work has gone into this very moment right here. So it's cool to be doing this with you guys. Yes. All right. Let me walk you through the files. Once you download the files, let's take a look inside. All right. So what we did this time, we split up the Unreal Engine project file and all the others, okay? If you look here at my screen and you see, whoop, the files, we got project files, we got references, and we got a README. All right, the references and the README, those are in the Unreal file as well. If you're on the Unreal side, I'm gonna be creating an Unreal. But if you go into project files, if you downloaded the not Unreal version, you're gonna see Houdini, that Sotomonte put together. You're gonna see the Maya version, which Bad Cop put together. You'll see the Blender version, which is also a Soto special. I put together the C4D file, so if that crashes, you know who to blame. And then we got an FBX for you guys as well. Usually, we got some community submitted files, like you'll see a 3ds Max come in, you might see a Unity come in. But we'll get to those in a couple days if they do come in. Usually they do. Right, so you're gonna open that up. Let's go ahead and open up the C4D file since I'm here. It's easy. Let's pop it open. You guys, a lot of you will be in Blender, of course, right? So that'll be your file of choice. And Sotomonte, if you see any questions Blender-wise in chat, feel free to say what's up. But Soto, can you say hello? Are you hooked up to say what's up right now?
Yes, I can. Hey guys.
Yeah, dude, amazing. All right, guys. So this is it right here. Oh, you know what? Let me show you the fancy version. Let's go to references. You'll see right here, boom. Pull this open. And this is what we're working on. Yes, it is widescreen. No, I lied. That's literally not what it is. It's vertical. What's it called? Portrait mode, right? So we got this endless staircase that Gavin whipped together. We got a little Rococo mocap suit action. Smart Suit Pro 2 with the elevation tracking coming in handy. And we got an infinite expanse for you guys to add all your good stuff to. Most of you guys have questions. Hey, what are the rules? What are the rules? Well, the rules are very simple this time. We try to keep it as simple as possible for you guys. First rule, you're gonna wanna replace that character there with a character of your own, right? We don't wanna use the default character. You're gonna replace it with your own character, right? You don't want to touch the camera. Don't move the camera around. Don't try and add camera animation. Don't try and make it wider angle. Don't try and zoom in, right? And the third one is to maintain that stair flow from the bottom right to the upper middle right, I guess, right? You're going to maintain the stair's visual weight. Okay, so most of you guys will have a lot of questions. I'm going to see them here in chat. Can we mess with the stairs? Can we mess with the character? The answer is kind of a little bit. We'll get into it. How about we get into it now? I'm gonna make it really clear. Okay, so obviously the mocap data of this character and the flow of these stairs and the fact that this animation loops is what ties all of your renders together. It's gonna tie your render to the next artist's render. And if you start moving the character over to the left side of the frame, or you flip the stairs to the left side of the frame, it's gonna break the flow of the montages. So all these rules are set up so that the montages flow. That's the idea, right? That's simple. Simply put, that's the idea. So when you replace this character with one of your own characters, it's gonna be walking up the stairs exactly as you're seeing here. And then you're gonna add, some cool steps to this thing. Maybe they're walking up a rocky path, maybe they're going up like some scaffolding, and you wanna try and match the steps to the character's feet that we have here. But in a situation where, my character's feet aren't quite touching the steps, if you have to adjust the foot animation by a hair to get it to make contact, go for it. First, I would probably move the stair up toward the foot just a little bit first. The next question is like, well, can I make the stairs a slope? Well, since the mocap data is taking steps, you want them to be walking up some steps. But yes, you can, modify or change the steps in a way that make it unique to yourself, as long as it maintains the visual weight, the upwards flow to the right. That's the idea with the stairs. We got FAQs on the Discord side of things. So when you're in the Get Started channel, you'll see the FAQs and you'll see a list of prizes. And speaking of prizes, let me go over what the prizes are, because there are a lot of prizes this time. A lot of prizes. It's pretty sweet. There's a lot of good stuff. So let me just get this over here, and we'll go through some prizes, and then I'll hit you guys up. I'll answer some questions that y'all have. So right now, let me see if I can get this right. I've recorded it so many times. We got Maxon as a sponsor, right? And they're hooking up the top 5 with 1 year of Maxon 1. That includes C4D, of course, but also ZBrush. They got you guys with the entire Red Giant suite, which is amazing. I use it all the time when I'm in After Effects or DaVinci. It comes with Forger as well, and it comes with Redshift, the render engine. Let's see. XP Pen is joining us this time, and they actually got a bunch of prizes. So for 4th and 5th, they have their Deco Pro drawing tablet, the Gen 2, and you guys get to choose your size of choice. When you get up to 3rd place, and by the way, this is crazy because it's gonna take a lot, to get to the top 5. We'll get to all that stuff, guys. I'll be hanging out with you, all right? I'm gonna be hanging out with you for the next couple hours. We're gonna get all the answers questioned, all the questions answered. We're gonna do it. But I digress. 3rd place, XP Pen. You guys get their Artist Pro 14 drawing display. 2nd place gets the 16-inch drawing display, and 1st place gets the where is it? I believe it is the 24-inch drawing display. So good stuff from XP Pen. We got Jenga Effects, guys. So Jenga Effects is actually hooking everyone up here with their entire suite for free for the whole month. So if you guys want to use Embergen, if you want to use GeoGen, their newest terrain generator, for this challenge, which I think will come in handy with this template, then it's all free for the month. So go grab it. The link is in the description. It's like the 4th link down. I'll get you guys geared up. I'm gonna get you guys stocked up for this thing. Jenga Effects is also giving the artists who make the top 100 montage, they're giving you guys an extra 2 months of their Jenga Effects suite. And they're giving the top 5 artists a permanent indie license towards the Jenga Effects suite as well. Pretty sweet. Pretty freaking awesome. Who else do we got prize-wise? We got the good people at HTC Vive actually is joining us this time. For the artists who make 2nd place, they're getting you guys their Vive XR Elite headset with 5 ultimate trackers and a full face tracker. So it's gonna elevate your VR gaming experience. You can use it to create art. You can sculpt in you can sculpt in AR, and it's freaking awesome, honestly. They're gonna set you up. The trackers actually allow you to track your feet, your hands, your hips, your head, all that stuff. And the face tracker, of course, gets your mouth, gets your eyes for VR chat and whatnot. Rococo is stepping up as well. They're hooking up everybody, the top 5 artists with Rococo Vision, a year subscription to Rococo Vision, which is their 2-camera suitless motion capture setup. And by the way, it is free for the month as well for you guys who want to do some custom mocap recording for yourselves for your art. Rococo Vision, they're getting you guys hooked up. So how do you do that? First off, you're gonna go to their website. I got a link in the description. You're gonna grab Rococo Vision. There's a 14-day free trial. If that 14-day free trial, if you've already used it up, or if you're going to use it up, then what you can do, and I got instructions. I believe there are instructions in the description, and if they're not, I will add them because they are important. But here I will tell you verbally what you're gonna do is you're gonna email support@rococo.com with the subject line pwnisher 3D challenge. All right, and they'll re-up you for that 14-day free trial all through February for Rococo Vision. All right, so I need to make sure I get that typed out in the description for you guys. I just want to bring as much value to this as possible. Okay, I want to help y'all out as much as possible. Otherwise, let's see, 4th and 5th, right? They got you with that 1 year of Rococo Vision subscription. Same for 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. But also, if you come in 3rd, you get a Rococo headset, or a head rig rather, for facial capture. 2nd place gets that head rig as well, on top of some smart gloves to record hand and finger tracking. And 1st place gets all of that plus a full performance capture bundle, which comes with Smart Suit Pro 2, the gloves, and the head rig as well. Oh, also, you guys are gonna get the coil as well. The coil is their brand new Galaxy Brain Genius device that you basically place in the middle of your mocap setup, your mocap area, and it's gonna act as like a ground truth for all your mocap data, and it's just gonna make your data times 10, times 20, super accurate. God, these prizes, man, they keep going. Kaft is in the game as well. If you guys have done these before, Kaft is a Turkish design brand. They sell clothes, they sell shirts, jackets, hoodies, pants, beanies. This is a Kaft beanie. Bags, socks. They got it all, and they're super styling. They're super nice. Turkish textiles are some of the highest quality in the world, and they're hooking up the top 5 with $200 toward anything on their site, and the top 100 also get a t-shirt code, as they've done in the past. So shout outs to Kaft for coming back. Grayscale Gorilla is in the game this time, guys. Freaking love those guys. Nick is amazing. So Grayscale Gorilla, as you guys know, was just for C4D in the past, but no longer. Grayscale Gorilla is now everywhere you do 3D. All right, so all their tools, assets, all that good stuff is gonna be for Blender, for Unreal Engine, for whatever, anything, wherever you guys are doing 3D. Grayscale Gorilla has got you. They got an asset library of 4,000 plus assets. They got gobos, they got IES profiles, they got materials, they got models, they got it all. So definitely tap into that. They got a free trial situation going over there, or rather a free library. I think it's infinitely free if you sign up. Links down below, sponsor link down below. And finally, it's a big old list. Camp MoGraph is coming out again. So if y'all get 1st place, you're coming on out. We're doing it in Chicago this year. I'll be there. I'll see you in Chicago. We'll fly you out, pay for the flight, pay for the lodging. Camp MoGraph in Chicago. It's the best. It's like a multi-day meetup out in nature. We're all chilling, hanging out. Fabricio, the winner of last year's February challenge, I met up with him. I met up with Sam, who won 5th place, and David Malor as well. We had a nice little Endless Engines meetup at Camp MoGraph in Colorado. That's the prizes. Hope to God I didn't miss anything, because there's a lot. Let's check in on the chat here, guys. How are you doing? Let's switch on over. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Let me bring you over here. I have 3 monitors. I got 10 million screens going. Let's see. Boom. Oh, boy. All right. Kinetic 1. Maybe you could broaden the winners from 5 to 10. There are so many submissions that the winner amount is kind of too small. I get it. Maybe we'll do that in the future. Perhaps we will do that in the future. Not a bad suggestion. Not a bad one at all. Fabricio, what's up, dude? I see you in chat. We got Mello up in here too. What up, David? Yes. What's up, guys? Mr. One Dead Duck with the super chat. Look at that. Ready to get involved. Great prizes again in concept. What's at the top of the stairs? You know, nobody knows. Nobody knows. I don't know. There could be many things at the top. We never see the top. You might just see a golden glow from the top of the steps and never know what truly is at the top. But the question is, what's at the bottom? Well, technically, the next render is at the top of the steps. That's what's at the top of the steps. Yeah. Dude, the Havaianas, Fabricio, are doing great, man. I love them. They're the best. Thank you. Visual, dude. Good to see you, man. I'm glad you like the animation. So last challenge we talked about, guys, it's so difficult to do character animation. We gotta just give the community some mocap data to work with. So this time we did it. We're giving you guys the mocap data like we've done in the past couple challenges. Teku, all right, you got a good question. What is maintaining the visual weight of the stairs? What does that mean? That's a great question. So let me pop this open for you and explain. Oh, we got a card with say hacky sack? Shoot. We gotta play some hacky sack. Who's that from? One Dead Duck? All right, we're doing some hacky sack. Give me a second. We're gonna get to this. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta take a little break to have some fun, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna get back to that question. What does visual weight mean? That's a great question. But it's hacky sack time. Look at this, the Camp MoGraph official hacky sack. Let me get my shoes on. Hold on. I think last time on the stream we got like 40 or something. Let's see if I kick it off with like 3. I don't know. Oh God. Ugh. That's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. All right, don't want to kick a hole in the wall. 22 is not a bad start. That is not a bad start. Oh, jeez, this is the first time I got active in like the last few hours. A little lightheaded there, jeez. All right. What does visual weight mean? Great question, guys. So visual weight means if you were to imagine the stairs being completely black and the background being completely white. I mean, I guess we could do that. Right, so if we want to imagine the stairs are completely white, let's see. That's a good enough example. So that takes up what? 35-40% of the frame. So you want to kind of match that overall shape. This is taking up weight in the frame. This is taking up space in the frame. So your stair profile might look a little different, right? Depending on if you have like a railing here, or if you, you know, these steps are a little bit bigger because they're made of rocks up at the top and like it's a natural rocky footpath. Your silhouette of these stairs aren't going to be pixel perfect to this, but they're going to be close. So visual weight basically means that you guys have some room to play, right? It doesn't have to match this pixel perfect silhouette. Depending on how you deck out your stairs, how you make this thing unique to you, you might have some twigs and leaves coming off the edge of this, right? As long as you maintain the overall visual weight of these stairs, you're gonna be okay, right? No one's getting disqualified because there's a little handrail and like some leaves falling off this side here or something, or there's a rock as these steps. That's encouraged. I want you guys to do that. What I don't want you to do is delete the stairs entirely and make it something crazy that has nothing to do with this shape or silhouette, or if you take the stairs and flip them over to the left side, right? Like, that's not gonna work. The whole point of the stairs, keeping these stairs here, is to blend all of these renders together. So that's the idea with visual weight. Does that make sense to you guys? If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If that still doesn't make sense to you, then maybe that's what the Discord server is for. Seeing how people push their render a little bit, and that's what our Monday meetups are for, guys. Every single Monday throughout the month of February, myself, the admins, the moderators, we're gonna be on the Discord side of things. I'm gonna be doing a weekly Monday at around noon little stage chat with you guys. We'll be bringing you up onto the stage. You'll be showing us your works in progress, and I'm gonna be giving you comments on that, answering questions on your works in progress. You may have questions like, hey, is this okay? How does this look? You know, and we'll say, hey, like, work on your lighting a little bit. Or, you know, the silhouette of your stairs is a little far off. I think you might need to take a look at that. And we're getting some good thumbs ups in chat, guys. Thank you for understanding these rules. For the people, I'll say this. For the guys and gals who have done these challenges before and understand the rules, help out your fellow 3D artist who is struggling and doesn't quite understand. That's what the Discord server is for, okay? It's all free, and we got you guys in a couple sweet channels in there, the get started announcements for any updates, right, on project files if they need to be updated, and like the working channels, right? So if you've done these before, be a good steward, help out the other 3D artists who are just getting started. We saw a lot of first timers in here with their hands up. So it's a community. It's a community of passionate artists. We're all like-minded artists. We all want to do this for fun. We want to dive in. We want a good challenge. I love a good challenge, and that is why this whole thing started, is because the idea of just a challenge, whether it's a physical challenge, a mental challenge, or a creative art challenge, I just love it. I can't get enough, and it's such a cool way to bring everyone together to do these things. So I appreciate you guys being interested. I appreciate you guys joining this thing, and we're gonna have a good time this month. We're gonna have a freaking great time this month. Back to the chat. I'm looking at you guys right now, okay? Hit me up. It's a little easier to see if you hit @pwnisher, but I'm gonna do my best to read everything and take a look at everything, all right? If you guys have any questions on how any of this stuff works, definitely check out the announcement video later after the stream. I got a lot of info in there, very specific. It's a shotgun blast of all the specific info, a lot of prize info, more specifics on the prizes, but also on the get started. I have a schedule there too of what I'm doing throughout the month of February, March, and even into April for this challenge. It's a long haul, guys. We're in it for sure. Edge, dude, I can't wait to see what you're gonna do. I cannot wait. Yes. Edge, man. What time is it in Australia? I don't want to know. Leo, so we can put stuff in the background too, right? Dude, 100%. That's the whole point. Imagine it like this. Imagine it. Everyone gets the same blank coloring book page, okay? And it's up to you to color in that coloring book page how you see fit. So yes, of course, add stuff to the background. Change the steps, modify the steps to be unique to you. You're adding the color. You're adding the style, the flavor to this, right? That's the whole point of this. If you've seen any of the other 3D challenge montages, that's a great example. I usually in the all renders montages, if you type pwnisher all renders or something, or if you just go to the playlist of all of the montages that I have, if you look at the all renders montages, I usually start them off with the blank template to show, hey, this is what everyone's starting with, and then it gets into the art and you see what they've turned it into. So 100%, that's the whole point of this. And sometimes I forget because we're on our 8th one. But that's absolutely the point of this, is to take the template, make it your own, color it, put your spin on it, make it unique to you. We got super chats, and I sense a card draw coming. Cully Adder, what up? You see, okay, is there a link specifically to the Rococo trial? I see the main link, but I want to make sure I go to the right place. Also, can we change the upper body pose and or movement? Thanks. 2 great questions. Let's see. Let's take a look at that link together. So if you go to free assets. All right, here's how this is gonna go down. Cully Adder, you're gonna get one of my free asset packs, whether that's Service Imperfections, whether that is a bunch of photo scans, whether that is a bunch of endless concrete textures. I may have a few other things in the mix. I think I got some like HDRIs, but honestly, you just want to go to Polyhaven for that. Cully Adder, how do we even do this, Sotomonte? They send, I need to confirm that your YouTube is connected to, we'll figure it out. I got you here. Sotomonte made a note. We're gonna get you those free assets.
Yeah, just message me on Discord and I can handle it from there.
You heard the man. You heard the man. And then your question on the Rococo link. Rococo Vision. Yes, if you go down to the prizes in the description of this video and you look at Rococo Vision subscription, the 1-year Rococo Vision subscription, you'll see that link there. If you click that link, it's just under products, Vision. Then you'll get your 14-day free trial. That's like their landing page for Rococo Vision. And you get signed up that way, right? And as far as can you adjust the upper body, can you adjust the arms, can you adjust the head of this mocap data that everyone will be using and adding their character to? The answer is yes. You can change the head, right? So we have the character walking up the steps, doing their thing. But if you want their head to be like looking this way instead of straight, or looking up at something as they walk, that's totally fine. That doesn't break the connection between all the renders. If you want to take their arms and have them holding something, perhaps, that's cool too. But I wouldn't go past the arms or the head. And that is a really great FAQ question. It's in the FAQs on the Discord side of things. If you look at the Get Started channel, at the bottom, there is a thread that says frequently asked questions. And I believe that is a character-based, we have them all categorized. It's a character-based one. So very, very good question. Yes, you can adjust the hands or the head to support your story. All right, going down the list. 11 p.m. in India, that's what's up. I want to visit so bad, so bad. Yo, so speaking of India, check this out. So I got this book, The Vanishing Stepwells of India, and I love art books, guys. I love art books, and I love them because they're great references. Instead of scrolling online, which you can do, these are curated references all in one package, and you can bust it out, show your friends, you know, have some tea, coffee, whiskey or wine, whatever you want, and have a little art book night and go through and just get inspired, put on some good music. And I was using this yesterday to come up with some inspiration for what I'm gonna do for my art. This book is incredible. I so want to visit. Look at this. What else we got? There's a lot of good stuff in here. Oh, dude, so cool. And this book is just full of that stuff. I'll get a little bit more into specifically where I'm pulling my reference from. It's art books. I just busted out art books. I'm on the topic now. Let's talk about it. All right. So I got this book. I live in Los Angeles. We have a bookstore called Kinokuniya. There's a location in New York, and there's a few in Japan. So there's this book here, and it's called Houses with a Story, and it is the best. I was flipping through this. Like, dude, look at this. Look at this. And it has like all these characters and their little setups. Look at this guy. And you get like the overview of their spot. So I was flipping through this and I found some really great reference for some 3D scenes that I want to put together for my guy. Check this one out. Freaking awesome. So I think I got a little nice little reference blast from these art books. Big fan of the art books. If you guys want to invest in some art books, there's a lot of good ones out there. I'll just take a picture with my phone, put it in PureRef, and there you go. There's your reference, you know. Questions. I'm scrolling. Would floating stairs be fine since they don't go down to the bottom or to the screen bottom then? Floating stairs. Yeah, I think some floating steps could be pretty sweet. I don't think that breaks things too much. Maybe there's a way you can fill in. Let's go back here to the... Right, so you see how this takes up so much? If there were floating steps, it would look like this. Let me do a thing. Go all the way down here. Oh man, come on now. What's going on here? Jeez. That makes no sense. What? Let's try that another way. Okay, let's just pretend. All right, this would be floating steps, right? So notice the difference between that visual weight and that visual weight. So maybe there's something you can do to fill in these areas a little bit to play with that visual weight there. But I think floating steps could be sweet. Yeah, totally. Good question. Can we use mountain stairs? What are mountain stairs? Like they're walking up a mountain? Yeah, as long as that path is flowing in that direction, in that shape, then I don't see why not. You just want to match the footsteps of the mocap data to your rocky assets. So you would get your rocky assets right up against the bottom of the feet there, that character. Let's see. 2 or more characters. Yes, 2 or more characters. That is in the FAQs. You can have 2 or more characters as long as this character, the provided animation, is your main character, and it's clear that you're your main character. That's all. Let's see, I'm going down here. Hey, Alex, amazing question. I'm going full screen on this one. Really good question. We got another good super chat. Mr. Timo, much appreciated. You have a question. I'm gonna answer, where was it? Alex's question here first. We'll see if we get a little card draw for you. But Alex, you have a great question. You said, what do the judges value in a 3D challenge? Great question. I will tell you exactly how I pull the top 100. I do it with the admins. We go through, we take a look. We pull the top 150. We whittle that down to the top 100. Here's what we do. We go through render by render by render by render by render in one long linear line. And when we see a render that catches our eye, then we take another look at it. We're like, whoa, hold on now. There's something unique going on here. There's something different going on here. Now, what is that thing that catches our eye? I will tell you right now. It's probably lighting. It's probably lighting. It's probably a little bit of composition, and it's probably a little bit of color. So, lighting, that is huge. I think first and foremost, lighting is the thing that's gonna catch our eye and make us stop in our tracks and be like, hold. Is this just a real chunky render that's lit really well? And lighting won't get you all the way, but it'll make us stop. If you light it nicely, if it's punchy, and not to say it has to be punchy, you can have an overcast scene. But if you're playing with your light in a nice way, contrast, shadows, highlights, right? All that stuff, that's gonna make us stop and look at your art. The next thing that will make or break a piece of art, in my opinion, would probably be animation. Now, I'm already getting you guys as far as I can with this template file, with the provided character animation, right? Recorded it with the Rococo suit. Honestly, didn't have to do any cleanup, which is crazy. Usually you have to clean up any mocap. This time, no cleanup, but I got it nice and perfect for you guys. It's just it's a smaller barrier to entry when you have good mocap data as the template. So you don't have to worry about having too bad of animation, because you got the great animation there on your subject. But if you're adding jets flying by and they're like doing some chunky thing, or like if you have a rock fall going and it's like the rocks are janky, animation is the next thing that when we stop and look at your art and your animation's janky, it's like, kind of breaks it, to be honest. So be aware of that, all right? Be aware of that. Now, for those of you, maybe that means not doing an animation heavy render, and just making a beautiful scene. Maybe that's more of your thing. The next thing that we look at would be composition and lighting. So how are you stacking all these elements together? How are you placing all these elements together? Is it done in a pleasing way? Or does it feel empty? Does it feel like you just took the last week to put something in and it feels empty and you didn't quite get there? It doesn't feel intentional, it doesn't feel full, right? So composition is probably the next thing that we're looking for. I would say color as well, right? Are your colors looking pleasing? Do they fit your scene? And I think the topper, guys, for what we're looking at for judges here would be, if you have all those things, let's say you have all those things, but you're up against 200 people who also have those things. Then it comes down to, what is the unique twist? Is it another, last challenge we had so many Oppenheimer renders. Is it just the 30th Oppenheimer render? Is it the 80th Spider-Verse render? Or is it something more unique to you and your experience, right? Not to say that those renders can't, exceed and excel, but when you look at 80 of them, it's like, all right, look, you're up against 80 other Spider-Verse dudes, right? So for me, story, all right? Story, that's what it comes down to. Story and a unique spin on the thing. Are you doing something that other artists aren't doing? And I would say, what is your strength? I would play to your strength. Play to your strength on this. I gave this advice in an interview I did a month or so ago, and the question was, how do you get into the top 5? Like, what's the thing to do in the top 5? And I would say, look, play to your strengths. Don't use this challenge to learn 100% of the skill of new skills. Use this challenge to. This is a two-part advice. For the people who have dipped their toe into 3D, do what you do. Do what you're good at, right? Come to the table with what you have in your pocket. But learn something new. Do something new with this. It'd be kind of a wasted opportunity if you didn't. And it's kind of hard not to learn new stuff when you're working in 3D, right? There's so much troubleshooting to be done. so many new programs, XYZ, right? We got the Jenga Effects Suite popping off. We got Rococo Vision popping off for free for you guys this month. So that's already new stuff you guys can learn. Have that new pool of learning be like 20%, 15%, maybe 25%. Don't try and learn 100% like I did last time. I tried to learn hand animation, 2D animation mixed with like 3D backgrounds. Oh God, it was too much. I should have done baby tests for that style, not during a challenge. I didn't come to the table with my strengths and play my cards in my pocket. I didn't do that. And I didn't finish the art, and I felt kind of bummed about it in the end. So that would be my advice to you guys on what the judges look for. Lighting, animation, composition and color, story, and your unique twist. That's it. All that wrapped up in a nutshell, is it pleasing to the eye? Do I look at it and go, ah, cool? Or do I look at it and be like, shoot, it needed a little bit more. The lighting's a little flat, feels a little empty. There's glitchiness and popping. Animation's kind of janky and stilted, and they should have added more samples to their export. You know, there's a big difference between those two, right? That's black and white. Obviously, there's that range in the middle. Timo, I see you now. Soda, do we get a card pull on that or no? It's gonna appear. Shoot. Can you toggle it manually by chance? Has a delay. Okay. It's a pretty intense delay. Okay. Timo, I see you. Can we change the character's movement and pace on the stairs to help with the storytelling? Oh wait, I missed it. Dude, thank you. You know, you talk a lot and you need some water. I appreciate that very much. But you have a very good question as well. It's gonna help a lot of people. Oh, God. Thank you. I honestly won't drink water because I'll just get wrapped up in chatting. So I appreciate the break, man. Timo, all right, look. Can we change the character's movement and pace on the stairs to help with the storytelling? Example, can we make them run and trip and then get back up while fighting mosquitoes? That's so specific. I love it. The answer is no. However, I apologize. The answer is no. That would break the flow between all the renders. Look at alternate realities. That is the best example. Look at alternate realities, top 100, or all renders, whatever. It's the one with the character pulling and walking. And every render cut perfectly. It's called a match cut. When it cuts perfectly and it loops perfectly, boom, right? That's what we're going for in this. So no, you can't have them run up the stairs, run down the stairs, do a backflip, parachute off, come back up, do a handstand, and then keep walking. Nah, it has to be locked in. Use you're simply replacing the like default mesh character that's in the template with your own character. Now, the exception to that is, like I said earlier, you can move the head a little bit, you can maybe move the arms a little bit to support your story, but not the pace. Not because the music is gonna be cut to each step, right? And we want that to boom, 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 sync. Great question though, seriously, great question. 3, I'm just going on the list. 3 asks, what about the stairs not reaching the bottom of the screen, like it's fading away? No, we need the stairs. It's visual weight, guys. We need the stairs ending and exiting. What? We need the stairs coming out both ends of the frame, because that's what connects all these renders together. Is the stairs. We're all walking up the same path. We're all walking up the same set of stairs. We're all ascending together. So you need the connection. Sit down or stand up. That's what's up. Yes. Another break. Beautiful. Do we have another super chat going? Dude, I hadn't scrolled down in a minute. Hold on now. Let me just make sure I'm caught up. Timo, you had that super chat. And then we had Octopus Skull with another super chat. And we have Sanctivan down below. Love you, brother. Yo, thank you. I appreciate that support, man. Very good stuff. All right, so this must be for Octopus Skull then. The sit down, stand up. Thank you for the break, my friend. But we'll see. The cards may draw a stand up. Jeez. You know, I gotta build in the personal health cards into this thing, right? Yeah, some of you guys get assets. Some of you guys get hacky sack. Sometimes you just gotta sit down and drink some water. So thank you, Octopus Skull. Question you have, hi. Do they have to be stairs? Or can it be something that gives the idea of stairs? Imagine a staircase of dead people and the character walking on top of them. Is that okay? Or does it have to be stairs? Dude, that's a great idea. I say that's amazing. As long as the character is stepping up and it's moving in that fashion, you doing meat steps is your way of doing stairs, and I love it. I think it's awesome. That is a fantastic idea. Fantastic, fantastic. And thanks for the super chat, by the way. Everyone who's pitching in here on the super chat really helps out. Very much indeed. All right, y'all. What do you guys want to get into? Do you guys want to keep answering questions? I can probably start blocking out a scene in Unreal. Sandro asks, is there anything you specifically don't want to see, such as cliches that are overused? I'm not going to answer that question. There's no way. Because then no one's going to do what I say. And then, you know, like, no. Do you, all right? Don't do anything for me. Don't do anything for the judges. Do you, all right? It's important that you do what you love doing, all right? If you try and do something that you think someone else wants to see, if you do something that like an audience wants to see, if you're doing something for clicks, reviews, do it for you. Do it for you, all right? And if all you is Oppenheimer or Spider-Verse, do it. Freaking do it, right? It's not, we don't put too much pressure on this. Have fun. That's the whole point of this, is to have fun. I would love to explore GeoGen on stream. I don't think I'll do it now. I'm gonna get my Unreal project file going and see if I can't block out a scene. But I'm definitely gonna do some GeoGen later. And also, this upcoming Friday is gonna be a fun stream. I'm gonna be joined by Rococo Sam. He's gonna be coming over virtually. I wish he would be right next to me on this couch. Why did I say couch? It's a whatever. God, yeah. That's what happens when you talk too much, guys. But he's coming over, and we're gonna talk all about character retargeting, putting the character onto the mocap data provided. How do you do that in Unreal Engine? How do you do that in Blender? How do you do that in C4D? We're gonna be showing you guys how to do that in all the programs, or in as many programs as we can possibly show you, and how to, you know, do the character rig, control rigs and everything in Unreal. We're gonna show you guys that. So that's next Friday, all right? Yes, I'm streaming this Saturday. Yes, the live judging stream is on Saturday. I believe March. I'm not gonna throw out a date. I don't have it off the top of my head. The schedule is in the announcement video. I'll get better at this. I'm gonna have a card right in front of me. But every other stream is on Friday, all right? Friday at 10:45 a.m. PST is when the live streams pop off. All right, but let's do let's start this project file, guys. Let's get this thing going. All right. So the first thing I'll do, I'm going to let's grab the Unreal project file, because that's the one for me. There it is. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna make a new folder for EA Art. Let's extract this guy and see what we see. Boom, Unreal Engine. Let's open it on up, guys. Get things going. So Sipo put together the Unreal Engine project file, and then I hopped in with Rococo Sam, and he helped me optimize it to make things a little easier for character retargeting for you guys. So I'll show you, kind of give you a little overview of the Unreal Engine project file. Malisha Mevin, sorry if I butchered the name. You have questions on resolution and frame rate. All this info is in the Discord server, right? Like if you're doing these challenges not on the Discord server, it's gonna be a hard time. Download Discord, hop in for this. I promise you, it's gonna be amazing. You're gonna meet a lot of cool people, a lot of young, talented artists, and you guys will get all the info you need. The frame rate is 24 FPS. The resolution is it's vertical this time, right? So it's either 1080 by 1920 or 2160 by 3840, otherwise known as HD or 4K, all right? But it's vertical. Those are the two resolutions. Any other resolution in between makes judging really difficult, so we're not accepting in between resolutions. But look at this, look. We are in Unreal Engine, flying around. I'm holding right click, WASD, Q and E to move up and down. And we got a little scene here, but how do we hit play? Let's go to sequences. Look, this is all your stuff on the left. Content, right? You have content. You go to Eternal Ascent files. That's you, all right? That's all us right here. I'm gonna hit the sequences, and we'll go to the EA sequence and open this up. Now, this is our timeline. Boom, look at that. We got a little timeline going in here. And if we hop into, if we unscroll, do not touch cameras, we pop in, boom, look at that. Hit play. Let's go to our cinematic timeline. I'll go to perspective, cinematic viewport. Hop back into that camera. We hit play. We got all of our little tools and buttons right in here. So look at that. We got our nice little loop. We hit this loop button on the right. This is Unreal 5.3. Update your crap if you ain't updated already. It's an amazing version, amazing software. If you're on 4, who's on 4 these days? Probably people still building their game in 4 from all those years ago. No shade, not at all. I wouldn't know because I don't make games. But look at that, right? Okay, we're gonna get into specifically how to add characters to this on the upcoming Friday stream with Sam from Rococo. But what I do have for you guys, if you check this out, characters, we have the UE5 mesh and the UE4 mesh, but you can't see them. That's because they're turned invisible. If you select this mesh and we type visible and we check it on, then would you look at that? We have the Unreal 5 mesh, right? And I'm gonna turn off our EA template guy. So this is our Unreal 5 guy, and we can add control rigs to this. We can tweak, if the shoulders look too crunched, you can kind of fix that. If you want to adjust the head a little bit like we were talking about earlier, you can do that with the control rig, all that good stuff, right? We also have the Unreal 4 version for you as well, but we in Unreal 5. So any character mesh or skeleton that is compatible with the Unreal 4 skeleton or the Unreal 5 skeleton, you guys can easily parent that stuff on here. Again, we get into that this upcoming Friday. What else? Oh, there's a little lighting cut. That's just a little pop. Yeah, it's just a little. It's fine. It's just Unreal being like thinking real hard in the viewport. What else is there to get into? I mean, that's basic, right? Here's another thing. In Unreal Engine, when you export, right, you're gonna export the little clapboard, movie render queue, right? We got it enabled for you. Boom, open this up. And what we have for you, if you click on the settings, we wanna change our render settings. If you load, up in the top right here, the Eternal Ascent basic render settings, I click that. And technically this is wrong. It's exporting 200 frames. This should be unchecked. This should be unchecked. Does that warrant a new Unreal version? Maybe, I don't know. We'll get there. But we see it's in 24 FPS and it's frames either 0 to 119 or frame 1 to 120. The point is it's 120 frames, no more, no less. I have a very in-depth video on how I technically judge these challenges. It's on the Discord side. If you read the Get Started page under the submission area, you can read how I am judging it and what will get you booted from the All Renders montage and what will keep you in the All Renders montage. What keeps you in the All Renders montage is just following the rules, especially the technical rules. 24 FPS, the resolution I just mentioned, and the duration, 120 frames only, all right? I get into what if you go one frame over, I get into all that in that video on the Discord side. Look on the Discord side, all right? But these are just basic render settings for your export. But maybe let's build something out. How you guys doing in chat? You guys feeling good? If you guys are with me right now and you got your project file open and you're looking at some reference and research, let me see a little hand raise. I want to see you guys working. I love it. Discord is popping off too. We got a lot of people on the Discord side having a good time, getting amped. Elfenstein, yes, you know, the training video on how to avoid the pit of despair. What up, John Jags Knee? What's up, dude? You gonna be at camp this year? I hope you're gonna be at camp this year. But thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Yes, yes, yes. I see the hands in chat. Love it. Sandro, good question. If you add a little sound effects but no music, will it be judged? Or are the videos muted? The videos are muted, my friend. You can add sound effects and music for your personal reels and all that good stuff, but all of these pieces of art will be judged without sound. They won't be factored into the judging experience. So if you do the best sound design ever and your artist friend next to you didn't do any, you don't get a bonus because you did sound. So it's all judged muted. Paul Thoreau, you know, I'll say this is a good question. Can I make it horizontal? It's more cinematic. No, you cannot. You must maintain within these parameters. You must fit your unique spin in these parameters, right? Portrait mode, character animation, camera doing its thing. Don't touch the camera, right? These elements are locked so that all of the art flows together. If you watched any of the 3D Challenge montages before, you'll get a good sense of it. Imagine if you're watching a montage and all of a sudden there's a flipped video. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. But I say that's a good question, my friend. That's a good question. We've done 8 of these so far, so there are times where I need to think back to the first one. You know, some people don't know the answers to these questions. It's a good question, good question. It's no bad question, y'all. It's only a bad question if you're asking these questions that are obvious in the FAQs. If you don't read the rules and you're asking on week 2, that's a bad question. Do a little work, read the FAQs, read the rules, all on the Discord side. And we try and bake it into the project file as you see here too. Sotomonte, I'd like your input on this question. So they say,
All right.
not sure if this has been asked yet, but if we want to make a character that doesn't fit with the mocap data, such as like a Lego or an animal, can we rework that character as long as it matches the mocap data? How do you feel about that?
I think so. I think it would be cool to see. Yeah, of course, because a Lego can't move the arms in the same way. So I think so. Just make sure that it feels like it's the same animation, just in the Lego style instead of a completely different animation, let's say.
Yes, exactly. If we're going through the judging process and we see a Lego character, but it's like doing the same thing, but technically you had to go off book and rework it to match. Like in my mind, I think yes, I can see it. I can see a version of my mind where that's okay. If it's not close to the animation that I provided, then if it's too far off, then that's a risk that you're taking, right? So we do say this a couple times. Yes, this is a challenge, right? Yes, there are rules. It's up to you as the artist to determine how far you want to push that a rule break or a rule twist, right? It is a creative risk. So I'd say to the artist's discretion, right? But that's why I'm here to help. I'm going to try and help guide you. I can't be sitting here and say, oh no, you need to tweak the animation a little bit like that in order to be good. Except in the Monday meetups. I will probably hit you up with some of those specific notes in the Monday meetups on Discord side, okay? So, yeah, be aware. Be aware of that. All right, y'all. Let's see if we can't build out a little something. Also, by the way, if you go in the sequencer and you go to negative frames, then you'll see that we have the character data hit a T-pose, or A-pose technically for Unreal. They're in their A-pose. That's gonna let you retarget the character nicely. And then they're slowly moving toward frame 1, so that if you want to do any simulations, etc., those simulations are happening slowly over time, so that when we land here, it looks natural, right? We don't get this weird pop. If a frame was frame -1, and then you go to frame 0, then you're gonna see a weird pop in this. There's no rest time for your simulations if you're doing close. Now, in Blender, in Maya, in C4D, the T-pose frame is -1. That's on a -1 frame. And technically, if you want to simulate close from -1 T-pose to frame 0, let's go, it's gonna blow up your program. Those clothes are flying to space. You would want to walk that -1 T-pose frame back 100 frames, or as however many frames you want, so that you can simulate from frame -100, boom, it comes into place, and then now you're walking. Same thing for motion blur. If you're going -1 T-pose to the next frame, pop, right, this breakneck speed into your walking, your motion blur is gonna be, there's gonna be like a ghostly remain of the T-pose on your frame 1. So be aware of that. Slide that -1 keyframe back a little bit to avoid that if need be, okay? Oh boy. All right. Let's get into a little bit of art. I'm also gonna be judging the weekly challenge art from last week, which was to recreate a painting. We saw some really good pieces of art, so I'll be judging that at the end of the stream. But let's see if I can't get a blockout going based on some reference that I pulled. Speaking of reference, let's get that pulled up. Let's do it. So, anytime, guys, I start a new project, by the way, if you're not doing this, I got a little quick access over here. You can go to that folder, drag it, put it on top. Boom, right? I also got all my stuff organized by year, so we're in 2023, minus like the we're in 24. Oh. We're in 2024. I got 4 projects in 2024 already, but these are the remaining projects I'm still working on from 23, right? So that's just kind of the way I do things, right? I'll have it 1 through 4, kind of a deal like that. So quick access, bam, right there. I'm gonna do a ref folder for reference, and we're gonna open up PureRef, which is free, and it's a great way to drop in a bunch of reference here. So let's go ahead and let me pull my reference from iCloud, and I'm gonna log in here. You scoundrels will steal my iCloud if I show it on screen. Each and every one of you jeopardize. All right, now you do the pass key. Hold on. I'm gonna get this reference. I'm gonna show you guys. It's from that book that I showed you. This House with a Story book. There we go. All right, we're in. Let me grab my photos real quick, and we'll get blocking out in Unreal Engine. Here we go. Let's grab these guys. Download. Pop it in the workout. Oh, we got a workout. We got a workout planned? Yes. Like I said, mental health, guys, it's important. It's important. All right, let's do a little workout together. All of us artists. Some of you have already done your workout for the day. Others never do workouts. Now is the time to do another workout, or your first workout in 12 years. Let's do it. Sorrow riffs. I'm gonna get to your question here. It's not even a question. It's just a what's up. You got to catch the live stream finally. Welcome. I'm glad you did. Thanks for the videos. You got it. And how do I enter your weekly challenge? Weekly challenges are held when we're not doing these big 3D community challenges. These 3D community challenges are month-long challenges. They happen twice a year, in February and in August. Those are the working months for those. We're in February, we're doing a 3D community challenge. The weekly challenge is any other time we're not doing these big ones. So we're not doing weeklies yet, or at this moment. But you just hop onto Discord. Hop onto my Discord, it's free. We got the weekly challenges popping off for you guys every week. The admin team, the mod team are amazing. They help set it up. We get you guys on a new prompt every single week, and then I judge it when I try not to be late, but I'm late a lot of the times. I'm sorry for the artists who are waiting on my judgment. But I'll judge them in a little video, talk about your art, give you little tips, little praise. That's how you do it. It's on the Discord side. But I owe you a workout, and so do the other artists here. What do you guys want to do? Let's take a vote. I'm gonna make a poll. What workout do we all want to do together? Let's see, let's start a little poll. It's a yes or no question. Let's add an option. How about that? We want, which workout do you want to do? We can do 10 burpees. We can do 50 jumping jacks, or we can do 20 push-ups. Start the poll. What do you guys want to do? What do y'all want to do for the workout? We owe Sorrow Riffs some calories. Let's see how many calories we can. Let's do the calorie-based 3D workout, right? We're gonna do, how many calories can we burn in a month collectively? Can we burn enough calories to light a house on fire? That's the question. Y'all, okay, push-ups. Y'all wanna do push-ups? We'll do push-ups. We'll do push-ups. Let's do some push-ups. If you voted, you better do some push-ups. We're doing 20, all right? Do them however you want. We can do standard, we can do tricep, we can do the hardest ones. One leg lifted for 10, other leg lifted for the other 10. I wanna see you guys doing some push-ups. Let's get to it. All right, I'm gonna jam myself into the back of my room here. Here we go. 20 push-ups. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ow. Okay. Good ones too, good ones. Chest gotta touch the ground. You can use your knees too. You know, if you can't do 20 push-ups, go to your knees like this. Try and get 20. There's a knee version. Boom. Oh, all right. I think that was 20. Maybe it was 21. I don't know. I forget.
It was 20. It was 20.
It was 20. All right, guys. That's what's up. All right. If you got your push-ups in, give me the arm emoji. If you got your push-ups in, guys. Let me see it. Let me see it. How many of you guys burn calories? We burn calories together. That's how we do it. Yes. Thank you, Sorrow, for the workout. I love it. Thanks for the super chat as well. Connor, you're obsessed with that tree, dude. You ask about it every time every time. It's a little Lego bonsai. Look at that. It's a little Lego bonsai. I gotta add the sakura leaves to it pretty soon here. Yes, guys, we got some push-ups in. Yes. 10 plus 10 equals 20 is all good. Look, do it how you do. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Right? All good. You guys got your push-ups in. We burned some calories together. I love it. Yes. Yes. MD Studios. You got that 20 in. I appreciate that, man. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Let's get our reference going. Oh, I love it, guys. The last 4 were hard. 2 extra. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up. I like that. Do you guys like this card system, the raffle card thing? I feel it's a fun way to do the super chats, right? Makes it a little interesting. And also we get to work out together. I like that. It's fun. All right, back to the work, back to the work. Here's my art. I lied, I didn't make this. It's my reference, is what I meant. Pure Ref, here's some little shortcuts. Select everything. If you do Control Alt Up arrow, it'll size everything the same, and then Control P will snap everything together. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. This isn't all of the reference. I got one more. One more bit. Here we go. Select everything, Control Alt Up, and then Control P. I do it every time. All right, so here's what I'm thinking, right? I guess this is a cool view of like, it's even on the right side, right? So the character's on the right. And what I love about this is the fact that they're playing with the mid-ground detail with this gorge. It's a big gorge. It's not just flat ground all the way up. It's adding depth to the scene, and I think that's really cool. I want to play with that a little bit, right? So that's my first idea, is to incorporate like a big gorge, big something, big elevation change right here with some cliffs. I think it's some real nice visual contrast to give us something cool to look at, right? The next thing I want to do is play with this lighting where everything underneath is foggy and misty, but only the things that are super tall are hit by the sunlight. I love this kind of vibe. I think it's cool. So I'm gonna try and play with this style of lighting. And finally, I was looking at the lighthouse. I thought it was a cool way to justify some circle steps. So maybe there's some lighthouse vibes on that. I don't know. First thing is trying to get this lighting and this blockout going. So that's my goal right now. switch back to the, yeah. All right. Put this, where did I put this? Somebody, I got 3 screens. I don't know where to put it. Jeez, all right. So under cameras in Unreal Engine, what we have is a keyframe on this camera. So if you're in this camera view, right? So this, we're out of the camera view, flying free. G, by the way, will show or hide icons on the screen. So we can see our camera path is going along this little path over time, right? Boom. If I was in this camera and I didn't have this keyframe here under the transform option on the camera, if I move this, like, I'd be screwed. That's why you want to duplicate your project file, make a backup. But in this case, we have a keyframe, so it's going to snap back, right? That's a good thing. We want that. But let's take a look here. Let's hop out and see if we can't build out like a little blockout situation for this. Do we have content, starter content? We don't have starter content, but that's okay. We can add it by going to add feature or content pack, and content, starter content. We'll add this to the project. Starter content gives you a lot of like starting materials, little sound effects, and in my case, what I want it for is the wall object. Starter content gives you the wall. And I'll bust out this wall, and I'm gonna build out my scene, block out my scene with these walls. So in Unreal Engine, if you hit spacebar, it'll transfer between all these gizmos, right? So scale, position, rotation. And I'm gonna go ahead and like scale the heck out of this and try and get some sort of horizon line going. In Unreal, let's grab that wall. And in our details panel, we can probably scale it up 999 across the board. The height though, probably don't need the height that much. So I'll just, yeah, that's far. That goes. Right, I'll bring this out here. And I think I'm gonna bring it down. You can change your camera speed in the top right, or I think middle mouse wheel also controls camera speed. We can just back this way off, kind of get this lined up center, right? So we're looking out. And if I go back to sequencer, I can hop back into my scene and kind of see what we're looking at. So we have a ground plane, right? Successful ground plane. I'm gonna get rid of these rules because I know them. Boom, boom. And then let's get rid of that. Let's try disable all. What did it say? Like we're not seeing it anymore? Okay, whatever. All good. Stop it. Disable all screen messages. Disable all screen messages. Is that how it works? Cool. So I want to build that gorge setup with another wall. So I'll go back to content browser, bust out a wall. And let's try this up by 100. And see like see if we can't build out this like shelf. Holding Alt to duplicate, spacebar to cycle to my rotation gizmo, spacebar again for my position. All right, so this is our little setup. I can group this with, I believe, Control G. Yep, so we select it, Control G, it's grouped. And let's see, we can't hop back into camera because all of this is just from camera view, right? At what point does this turn into like that gorge looking thing? And right now we're like kind of seeing it. let me change the lighting. So I love what's called ultra dynamic sky. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how awesome ultra dynamic sky is. Ultra dynamic sky is the best way. Let's see, where is it? It's my favorite way to light stuff. Ultra dynamic sky, we're gonna add to project. Template, add to project. And we should have it, ultra dynamic sky, boom. Here we go. We'll clear our search. I'm gonna find blueprints and scroll down until we see ultra dynamic sky. Drag it out, let go, and boom, we got ultra dynamic sky popping off. I'm gonna delete all of this lighting stuff here because I don't need it anymore. Because ultra dynamic sky does everything. We can change the time of day in ultra dynamic sky in real time. We can change, let's get it better or something. We can change the cloud coverage in ultra dynamic sky. We can get a bunch of clouds, make it super foggy, change the fog, boost it up to like 10, make it super foggy. You can take it to nighttime in ultra dynamic sky. Let's get rid of the fog, cloud coverage, and we got a night scene with stars out here. It's just the best, right? And there's infinite things you can do with ultra dynamic sky. Sandro, yes, camera shake is okay. Keep it tasteful, but yeah, technically camera shake doesn't really count as don't move the camera. That's an exception, I guess, to that rule. Camera shake is chill. All right, let's see. Let's get this gorge going. How is it in the reference? Kind of like overcast, I guess, right? There's some clouds out there. We do want to aim for this lighting with this kind of geometry of a setup. So we'll bring out our wall. Control backtick will change your gizmo orientation from local to world. Backtick is the button that is to the left of your 1 key at the top of your keyboard. That's pretty cool. If we bring it closer, something like that. We can change a little bit more cloud coverage. And we might even be able to like rotate this a little bit more. Something like that, yeah. And then this wall can extend out infinitely. So maybe what we do is a little switcheroonie on this. So we can right click, go to groups and ungroup it. Right, we kind of got it in place. I'm gonna take this floor and I'm gonna have this floor be the thing that goes infinite. So I'll bring this up. And then this guy can be our ground plane that's just in the foreground. There we go. Look at that. Remember G will show or hide icons. We'll go F11 for full screen. Right, we're starting to get that. That's really cool. A nice little gorge. We can have a little village down there, little town. Another good reference, actually, I'm just thinking of is, let's take a look. So I have this folder which I should totally upload to my Patreon at this point. But I have this folder. Let me see if I can find it. Archive. Let's see. Would it be VFX reference? Where? No, it's archive pictures. Here we go. Cinematography. This is it. All right. So back when I worked at Rocket Jump, and was having to do a short like every week or two, and we had to do all aspects of it. Where we had to light it, we had to, you know, direct, VFX, everything. You know, YouTube channel, right? And I realized I didn't know anything about lighting. And the easiest way for me as an artist, this is even back to when I was like a little kid, when I was drawing, I would always, my way of learning was to look at another drawing and copy it, right? And I know a lot of us are like, it's interesting, right? Because with 3D, it's like, you're not gonna look at someone's render, copy their render, and then say it's yours, it's theirs, right? So it's a little different. When it's for education, I'm a kid, I'm looking at drawings, doing a drawing, boom, showing that, or drawing a photo or something, right? It's pretty one-to-one, great way to learn. And what I did for lighting was I pulled movies that I loved, and I was looking at the lighting, and this was our way of, if we wanted to light a scene, how they do it in the movies, you look at the movies you love and you ask yourself, how is it lit? And a lot of this is very naturally lit, right? This, of course, not, but look at how great it looks. It's perfect. They're probably doing a lot more than just these two lights, but maybe not. Sometimes you get lucky, and that's just the case. So what I did is, I believe I have Castle in the Sky. What? I don't have Castle in the Sky. Oh, Ghibli is under its own. And there's a shot in here of like this town. Let me go through. Oh, this is all such a good reference. Such a good reference. If you've never seen this movie, watch this movie. This. These little side towns on the mountain. And like this down here. Yeah, this is coming into the reference. This is coming into the reference. Where are you? Yeah, these guys. But like, so cool. This right here, dude, this right here. Amazing. But yeah, if you've never seen this movie, definitely check it out. It's one of the best. Might be one of my favorites. So good. Yeah, it's a cool vibe. Cool vibe for sure. Keanu Steve, I see you just started Blender and you're planning on joining. That is the best case scenario. It's a great way to learn your program. It's a great excuse. You have 30 days, and look, even if you figure out how to add a sunlight to your scene and replace the character and make some dirt on the ground and hit render, if that's your way to learn, do it. Do it. Even if you learn how to just hit export on something, I promise you'll learn more than that. But if you take these 30 days and, you know, commit yourself to completing a render, and you go easy on yourself, all right? Don't try and do the biggest, craziest thing. Do something that's achievable, that's attainable. And yeah, dude, honestly, best way to learn. And I tell that to my buddies who are trying to learn Blender. I have, you know, the very, very good dude. His name's Matt. He's the guy who edited the last handful of videos that I put out on the channel. He edited the announcement video. He's trying to learn Blender. I'm like, dude, this is the way. Join the challenge. Learn something new. Learn how to hit render, all right? Learn how to add a sunlight and hit render. That could be day 2, day 1 even. Think of all the other things you could do. So it's a good way to do it. It's like, and you do it with a community too, right? I don't know if I need to keep giving you guys reasons to do these challenges. We're all doing them. But I just think it's cool, like, you know when a game comes out and everyone's playing that same game together and you're like, oh, there's a secret area here, I didn't know that. Or like, you hop in with your friends. It's the same thing. It's the community side of things behind these challenges that make it so cool. So thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate it. Sandro, your mind is blank. This is another thing that we say. So you don't have to have an answer. You don't have to have the direction you're going on day 1. I am a little bit fortunate in the sense that, like, you know, I've known about this challenge obviously since I'm hosting it. So I had a little bit of an idea, and one of my goals was to have some idea for this stream today. So I'm a little ahead in that sense. There are other people, like, I'm not gonna call anyone out. I don't wanna, you know, jinx anything. But there are a few artists who choose to take the first week, to come up with the best idea. They'll think of 20 ideas, and they'll go for that one idea that stands out. And technically, I should probably do a little bit of that myself. I'm going into this with an idea that I think could be fun. I'm gonna just follow that spark for now. And, you know, I'll come up with something else if I need to, or I'll do a little bit of brainstorming. But here's the thing is, if we're working on this every day, chipping away at it a few hours each day, then it's gonna be in the back of your mind. You'll be thinking about it. It's just like if you're writing a story or working on any project long term, it's sitting in your mind. It's, you know, you're pondering it over these weeks, over the month. And you might halfway through, like, I know visual, right? Halfway through during Endless Engines, I think it was, no, it was Infinite Journeys. He started a render and like ditched it halfway through, maybe even had been closer to the deadline. And he got top 100 when he just switched his idea. I was like, this is a better idea. And it takes a lot of guts to do that. And I think it takes someone with a lot of skill and know-how, and like, you gotta know what you're doing if you're gonna switch your idea and still expect to submit. But it's possible, you know, not ideal, but who's to say what's ideal? I don't know. It worked for him, so. Hey, so Sleep, you have been having an art block since moving meditation, and now you're inspired. Hopefully this keeps up. That's what's up, man. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I will only, I'm not only gonna say, I'll say a lot to that, but I've burnt out every year since the last 3-4 years, since rebooting the channel. Didn't burn out last year though. That was the key. That was the thing that I was surprised about, and is because of this book. I'm gonna get it wrong. Is The Artist's Way. The Artist's Way, and it's like a 12-week workbook where you get through your creative blocks, and it's the best. I loved it. I'll recommend it to anybody. One of the things that it had you do was just take an artist date, is what it called, once a week, and that's do something with you and your inner self alone for X amount of hours on this date, right? And the goal is to just do something that's fun. Don't do it for Instagram. Don't do it for views. Don't do it because you think you should do it because that's what you think you want to be doing. Do what's fun. Go on a creative date with yourself. And that was just like a huge answer for me, was that I wasn't having fun. I wasn't playing. That's the idea, is play. So if this challenge is a way for you to play, then even better. But make sure you're getting that play time, right? Whether it be through this challenge or through, you know, making music or going on hikes and doing some photography, whatever. Have that play time for yourself. It's important. I mean, this art already is looking cool. I'm already happy with like this setup. We can go one further if you want to do like something like this. Let's see. Let's hop out of full screen. Let's follow that Ghibli reference a little bit more and see about adding another cliff face at the front. The heck? That was weird. Okay. Yeah, let's see about adding another cliff face at the front. So I'll take this guy, bring it up, and just so navigation is easy, let's do it like that. And see what this does for us. So we're missing the ground. If I right click here, we can go to pivot and set. You have to set the pivot offset and then set pivot offset here. It's a little confusing. Oh, it's like not on the object. That's weird. I have this set up. Let's see. Pivot is Shift Q, Alt Shift Q. Shift Q, Alt Shift Q. So odd. Why is it hovering? It's like I don't have. You know when you place something on a surface and it sticks? It's not doing that. I think I need to toggle something. What is that toggle? It's up here somewhere? What is it? Shoot, it's when it's like stick to something. Surface snapping, there it is, right there, boom, surface snapping. So technically that would mean, if I try this again, what is it, Shift Q, Alt Shift Q. What? Dude, why is it not working? Huh. Alright, well, I guess we'll just do it the long way. That's ridiculous. It's like I have to be right here. There we go. So yeah, there's like a ledge here or something. So just playing with the depth of everything, right? That's the idea. So maybe this is like a watchtower that the character is going up with a village down there. And then you could have like some, let's hop out of this. And technically, the good thing with Unreal Engine is I technically don't need to be doing this with blocks like this. I could be doing this with actual geometry. Because it's all real time. Just playing with the big shapes. Maybe there could be like a dam here or something? And there's like water on the other side, or I don't know. It's pretty sweet. I'm a fan. Hip hop shot, I got you, man. Absolutely. Yeah, the reason I'm streaming, I want to help you guys out throughout this challenge. I don't want to just hit you with an announcement video and dip out for a month. Like, I want to do this with you guys because I do need the push and the support myself. It's better with a community, so yeah, thank you guys, I appreciate you. This is fun though. Let's see, reference was I know he has his little watchtower too, I think. Let's go back to the Ghibli reference. Yeah, he like rolls up into this little watchtower thing that he's got, which could be a good excuse for the stairs. Oh man, that's so good. Another great reference. Yeah, this guy. So good. So good. Let's grab all that. Let's grab that stuff. Sweet. Ear Foo. Sorry if I butchered your name. Thank you for the super chat. You say, how far can we create realistic metahumans? Are you saying how do you create realistic metahumans, or can you use them? You can certainly use them, that's for sure. In terms of how you create them, I got into metahumans on like day 1. I did a live stream with it, and I hadn't touched it since. So I can't tell you too much about metahumans right now. I know Metatrox, who is one of the mods on our server, fantastic artist. He, I think, is pretty familiar with the metahuman workflow. But man, there's lots of tutorials out there for sure if you want to check one out. Dark Productions, will there be a video made to help replace the character as in the previous challenges? Yes! Next Friday, this upcoming Friday. In fact, I'm gonna hit you with a date. The 9th, Friday the 9th. We're going live at 10:45 a.m. PST, like right about now. It's me and Sam from Rococo, and we're gonna show you, or rather he's gonna show me, how to add a character to this data here in Unreal Engine. And he's gonna show us, we might have Sodamonte show us Blender, and I'm gonna show you guys C4D, and we're basically all gonna just show you how to add characters to in as many programs as possible. That's next Friday, okay, the 9th, Friday the 9th. Be there for it. The video will be on YouTube forever, so if you guys wanna, if you can't make it, you ain't gonna miss it, all right? You ain't gonna miss it. Amazing. Amazing. Andrew, can you enter more than once? No. One submission per artist, please. One submission per artist. We want to encourage you guys to put your creative effort into one thing and not split it up amongst 3 things. I think it makes the montages look better in the end, and I think it's a good exercise for us to focus on creating a piece of art over a month. You know, it's a different rhythm, it's a different pace. I like it. I think it's fun. Are there age requirements for the challenge? Technically, no. In terms of like prizes, if you're 12 and you win first place, and there's technically only 1 ticket to Camp Mograph, how do I feel about flying a 12-year-old out to Camp Mograph on their own? Not good. You technically would need a chaperone for that. I mean, 18 and above for that, I'd say, look, let's talk about it when we get there. If it comes down to you flying out to Camp Mograph, you know, do you come with a parent or not? It's happened in the past, and it's been super chill. So, you know, in terms of winning other prizes, nah, not really. There's no age restriction on that. You know, top 5, just get some prizes sent to them. They get some software emailed to them, right? So I don't think you need to be 18 to get software. I don't think you need to be 18 to have tablet shipped to you. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I don't believe that was a requirement. So yeah, I want to keep it open to everybody. Vishnu, can the character hold something? Yeah. That's the only thing you can mess with on the character animation are the arms and the head. So if you want the character to be holding something and looking at the thing they're holding, then yeah, that's cool. That's totally fine. You just can't change the pace of their steps up this staircase. Or in your case, it could be a destroyed tower or a mountainside or whatever. Make the stairs your own. Keep the movement flowing up and to the right. But yeah, you can move the arms to be holding something if you'd like. That's cool. All right, what should we do from here? Maybe we can play with some of the lighting. Let's see. It'd be cool to get that slice across just the tops of... what's the best way to do this? Like where it's just hitting the tops of these guys. And I might have to really play with some stuff. Zero fog, zero clouds. How do I get that slice? Because you see it's hitting here. Maybe if I take these... Oh, I know. I think I just need to rotate this. There it is. Peekaboo. So the question is how to get it so it's just hitting the tops of these only. And we just keep cranking this number from 610 to 611. Or no, 609. 608. 605. 600. The 600 gets these guys 590. Okay. 596, 598. Technically that's it. 598.5. 599. No, 597.5. Oh, it's so thin. 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 8. Oh, it's between that. It's like razor thin. 597 and 598. So we go 7-1, 7-2. Maybe there's a better way of doing this. But right now, this is all I know. 7-5, I believe. 7-6. 7-9? Dude, what? Okay. 7-9-9. 7-9-5. I'm just trying to get that halfway point. Jeez. I guess the true way to find out is if we move this up and down. Ah, that weird thing. Can I take this? Yeah, I think that'll take some playing with for sure. But this is cool. We can get some VDBs down here, some cloud VDBs. Let's see what the fog does for us. Cloud coverage. That's beautiful. So I want it to be like kind of overcast, except for that hole in the clouds, and it might just be its own light doing that. Yeah, because I want the fog to be like in the foreground, but the sunlight to be in the background. So I'm gonna really have to art direct it to get that look going. But yeah, some VDBs down here, some little foggy VDBs would be sweet. Sweet, I love it. I'm loving it. That's cool. Sandro, good question. What was your guys' first 3D challenge? Moving meditations. That was a good one. Feverkin, by the way, the guy who did the music for the top 100, he's coming back and he's doing music for this one too. So it's bound to be good. No pressure or anything, Adam, if you're watching this. The falling ball one was the first one. That's Dynamic Machines. Yeah. Fody asks, what theme am I going for? I don't know yet. I think that will kind of be determined as I go. Maybe some nature fantasy vibes, but usually I don't go for the fantasy vibes. Usually it's dark and moody, and not that that can't be fantasy, but we'll see. We'll see. Don't know yet. James, I'm not trying to loop the background, no. I'm not trying to loop the background. That would be crazy, though. It's possible. Honestly, it's possible. Let's say... Actually, no, it's not possible. because of this. The angle on that won't match. And the angle here won't match either. Unless I animate that to match with the camera. I can get the background to move to be the same if I put these guys basically in the same spot. Move these over. As long as your first frame matches your last frame. But already that looks so drastic. There's a big difference between that. So it definitely takes some playing to get that to match. But no, this render doesn't need to loop. Settle field, yes, you can play with depth of field. That is very, very possible. Can you do some 2D animations atop any renders? Absolutely. Yeah, if you want to spice up your... I mean, we've had the guys do full 2D animations. Guy Collins, I'm looking at you. And if it's sick, you know? Sandra, what's the first challenge that we did? So the first challenge that I did was called Alternate Realities. If you look... no. That's a lie. Usually I get these right. Parallel Dimensions was the first one. That's the one with the mountain and a character walking towards the mountain. And that was almost 4 years ago. I don't know, man. That's crazy. And if you look in the 3D montage playlist I have on my channel, it has them all. So you can go back and take a look at those. But they're in order. They're in order from, you know, time-wise. 1 point. What? You have a good question. He says, "Hey Chad, I have a question. What inspired you to get into the 3D modeling field?" I'd be curious about your guys' answers. For me, it was like when I realized that I can create anything I saw in my head in 3D. Granted, I have the technical skill. That takes time. But it was just the idea I could do anything. Sky is the limit. And that was just the coolest thought to me. Such a liberating, freeing thought. And I'm like, man, it's all possible with 3D art. And yeah, I still feel the same way today. It's so cool. You can create anything you want. I love it. I love it so much. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna hop into the weekly challenge art. We can take a break together, take a look at some recreations of some paintings that some of the Discord artists put together. I'm gonna go over some honorable mentions, and I'm gonna get into 5 winners. After that, I'm happy to take a little bit more time with you guys to answer any questions, any like final question blast that you have. And then I'm probably gonna call it and grab some food here, guys. So, let me save all my stuff. Save, save, save. All right, Sotomonte, are you feeling good here to start some weekly challenge winners? All right, let me get you full screen on here and we'll take a look. All right, guys, so the prompt this last week was recreate a painting. And we got some really, really great art. It's always difficult to pull the top 5 winners for the weekly challenge. And this is the last time we're gonna be doing the weekly challenge until this challenge is done in March, all right? So no more weeklies. We're focusing on the monthly, the community challenge, the Eternal Ascent. But without further ado, guys, let's hop into some weekly challenge art. Hit it, Soto. All right, are we doing winners first or honorables first? Soto, what do you think? Winners first. All right, let's see. Let me get my stuff figured out. Sweet. All right, guys. So, our first winner, starting with the winners, is, let's take a look. Who do we got? We got L42W with this super cool render you put together from this beautiful painting here. Great concept. The original, yeah, absolutely. All these originals are incredible. But we're here to talk about these recreations that you guys did. And I think you did a solid job with your lighting, matching that lighting. It looks really nice, very crisp, high contrast. Your vignette that you're using around the edges here definitely draws the eye toward the knight and toward that girl with the flower. Your render quality is on point, background's on point. You just knocked it out the park. This is a great example of nice lighting. It looks punchy, very crispy. The render settings are cranked up. Very, very important. When you have time to add more render settings, do it. Or samples rather, do it. That's a good point for this challenge here, for the monthly challenge. Save yourself time in the end for rendering, for final looks, for re-rendering even, all right? But we'll get into that in the later streams in the month. But congratulations, L42W, for winning this week's weekly challenge. Next up, guys, we have Maurice. This is so funny to me. I love this. What an incredible recreation. It wasn't in a direct recreation, but it was, you know, you took your own spin on it, and I think it's hilarious. It makes me laugh. I think it's a perfect recreation. You did a great job. You made it your own. It looks photoreal. The lighting's incredible. The story's incredible. I thought it was a great twist on the original, so congratulations there. Next up, we got Under. What's up, Under? Dude, this is insane. It's so good. That render, you really captured the lush nature of the original reference. Which is, it takes a lot of work, guys. It takes a lot of work. You think enough's enough, and then, you know what? You gotta add more. Especially with nature stuff. And dude, your lighting is on point, man. It's super creamy. Looks beautiful. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I have anything else to say about that, man. It's just really nice. Congratulations, Under. And since you are a new moderator, by the way, everyone welcome Under as a new moderator. You're gonna give your challenge winner role, which all of these winners are getting, which unlocks the lounge and all that stuff. You're gonna give that to one of the honorable mentions that we're gonna get to later. All the winners also get 15 points towards their rank on the server. We have like Pokemon badges, but for art on the Discord side. It's super fun. Honorable mentions get 5 points, and if you participate in the weeklies, you get a point as well. Next up, we got visual. Look at that, dude. Freaking beautiful. The lighting and the render quality is top notch. Really cool painting. Love the abstract nature of it, but you just went, you know, very photoreal with your interpretation. I love it. Visual uses Daz to create most of his art. He also uses C4D and Octane to finalize everything, but you're looking at Daz characters here, lit and rendered in Octane C4D, and man, you knock it out the park every time. Your lighting is incredible. Giant softbox from the top, like I'm such a big fan of that kind of look, and I think you really killed it. And our last winner is one that we had to blur. It's not as bad as it looks, but go to Discord to check the winner. It's beautiful. We would just get flagged on YouTube. The stream would probably get knocked down. It's not technically nudity, it's just a lot of skin, that's all. Go check it out. So congratulations to Estrella12 for winning that. It's beautiful. Go check it out, Discord side, right after the stream. All right, we got honorable mentions to get into, so let's begin. First up, we have Wondrous. This one came so close to winning, dude. Because technically it's a perfect recreation, perfect render. I have no complaints except for the grass that clips through the road in the foreground. That's the only thing. The only thing. I'll give you a hard time about it, because I know you. And I don't know where I'm going with that, but I'm just giving you a hard time. The only reason to me that this came so close is just because, you know, I've seen a lot of Simon Stollenhag in the past. Whereas the other recreations I had they were a bit more new to me. Even though I love the style of that foggy overcast style, if it was another judge, you probably would have won. So shout outs to you. Next up, we got Alvi. Really cool. Shoot, what's that guy's name? The main artist. Melting Clocks. Is that same artist? It's not MC Escher. It's art history, guys. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Regardless, it's incredible. I love it. It's really unique. Think about painting this, though, is the crazy part to me, is like, who would have thought? The artist who painted it would have thought. And if I can remember their name, you would know them. Some of you probably already know them in chat. If you know them, please type their name. I appreciate it. But it's a classic. It's a classic. And I think you did a great job with this. It's really awesome how you put this together. I'd be very curious to see how you did it. Is it just projection mapping? Could be. But man, what a cool look. Anti-Crix is next. Really nice rendition. To me, it's your lighting that shines here. You did a good job matching it. The sheets do seem a little thin. Paper thin almost. And I think when you take a close look at it, it could use a little thickness, but I think you really knocked out the textures, the lighting, the pose. I think it's great. So I wanted to shout you out there. We got Hey Mr. Who next. I wanted to shout you out. This is beautiful to me. I love this so much. It's very simple, but it's really, really cool. I love this. Yeah, I just want one of those in my house. I love it. Congratulations. Manishka is next as an honorable mention. Just a great recreation, really cool striking image, good choice of a painting to recreate. I think it's very fun. You captured it very nicely. And yeah, I can't say any more. Great job. Meow is next. This one almost won to me. It was close. It was really close, but boy, do I love that the original is incredible, and so is the recreation. It's just so lush. I love the colors. It's beautiful. I think a lot of us relate to these kind of shots, this kind of art, because of that fantasy element of being in the soft grass with the big clouds and a blue sky. Is just, it's beautiful. So good stuff there. Metatrox is next. You recreated a classic, indeed, and it's even an animation. You can catch the whole thing on the server side, or even here. Hey, look at that. Sotomonte's playing it out. I think it's MetaHuman, right? You're a big Unreal guy. You did a nice recreation there. Got some silly little voice. What is it? This is when I stream too long. This is when I can't think of. Vocal capture, motion capture with the voice, adding some audio clip. Yeah, I'm bombing here, guys. Great job on the recreation, the meta trucks. Noodle, you're next. Crazy art, dude. A crazy original, crazy recreation, super intense, but a really awesome recreation you put together. Love the black and white nature of it. The original, man, is awesome. It's just freaking sweet. It's really intense. But I wanted to shout you out because you did a great job on that recreation there. Scratch, you're next. We got 5 more for you guys. This is super cool. Really great job matching the values of the original. Really cool image. Great choice of a painting to recreate. Yeah, I love it. That lighting is freaking awesome. Love that black and white vibe. Good stuff. Game Factory, you're next. You went above and beyond on this in the sense that you really took that interpretation and made it your own. I love that. I would say loosely inspired by, which I think is a cool thing. So congrats on that, man. I love the super rainy, overcast vibes of it. I think you did a really nice job on that horse, especially in Endless Engines. I remember you hand animating horses all month, and I think it paid off here because it looks amazing. I don't know if you hand animated or what. Whether you used stock horse assets, you learned your lesson perhaps, because it looks great. No matter how you're doing it, it looks great. Next up, we have Maumsa Hatoshi. Apologies on the butcher there. But really nice recreation, dude. It was all hand modeled except for the snake head you said. I believe in Blender. And I think you nailed it. Yeah, you nailed the style. It is very reminiscent of, I don't know, wherever that style is. I don't know where that is placed in history in my mind, but I know I've seen it before, and I think it's super cool, man. You did a great job. Wyreedle is second to last. Or no, you're the last one, Wyreedle. You made this awesome recreation of this fruit bowl. That's not fruit, those are veggies. And little did I know, until Sotomonte mentioned it, if you flip them upside down, there's actually a face in the veggies, and it's kind of the creepiest thing I've ever seen. I would not want this sneaking around my bedroom at night. You look on the right, you can really tell. The mushrooms are the lips. The giant like turnip or carrot thing on the left is the nose, and the eyes there is just disgusting. Ugh. I don't like it, but I love the render. Very good stuff. Congrats to the winners. Congrats to the honorable mentions. You guys killed it. I can't wait to see what you guys do on this 3D Community Challenge. Eternal Ascent popping off through March. But let's get back to the chat. Let's see where you guys are at here. I'll hang out for the next 5-10 minutes, answer any questions you have, any last minute questions that you guys have. So let's get this chat front and center and see what's going on. Are you guys feeling pretty confident about this one? How many of you guys feel like you have an idea that has some fruit to it, that has some potential? By a show of hands, who has an idea? And if you don't have an idea, give me a question mark emoji. I want to see the balance here. I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm skeptical to believe that my idea is the idea right now, but I am happy that there is some sort of direction. If you don't have a direction, that's okay though. It can take a week to get the thing you're going for, right? But let's keep looking at reference, coming up with different ideas. If you journal about it too, I find that free writing about things really helps me think. But we have a nice set of hands here. We got some question marks here. It's a good mix. If it's a question mark, don't feel like you're behind, guys. It's literally day 1, hour 3. It's gonna be okay. Infinity Monk, do you have to use the given animation, or can you custom make a new one? And does the character need to be a humanoid? Yes, you need to use the given animation. You're locked into the given animation. We talked about some exceptions to that rule, which are if you want the character holding something, or if you want their arms to be like maybe a flag or whatever, you can move the arms, and you can move the head, you can move the gaze, but you can't change the steps. You can't change the frequency of their steps or their hips or anything like that. Leave the lower body, leave it the same. If you have to move a little bit of arms or head to support your story, go for it. But no, you can't just bust out some random animation of the character doing a butt scoot up the stairs, or walking backwards, or sitting on the stairs, or running up the stairs out of frame. No. Look at the previous challenges, such as alternate realities. That's a great example. That's the character walking sideways. Every person used the same mocap data. That was a situation where you could change the hands and the head as well. But you would notice that that didn't break the flow of the render, or of the montage, right? It kept the flow moving forward, and that's what we want to do here. The reason that you're all locked into the same animation is to keep the flow of the montage moving and looping at all times. If you choose some random other animation, it breaks it, okay? I'm just scrolling down here. Hit me with an @pwnisher. It's a little easier to see. Saucart. You listened to the podcast that I did with Bad Decision Studios, and you really liked it, man. That's super cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I still got to blast that interview out. I think it'll be a good time to do it because we talked a lot about these 3D challenges, ways to win, ways to hop into them, and ways to stay positive and inspired throughout the whole time. So that's definitely something I need to do. Thank you for that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Matthew, is the T-pose negative frame in the Blender file missing? I can't find it, and a few people also said it's missing on Discord. So -1 frame? There's no -1 frame? If you don't see a -1 frame, then what we did for you is we have in the references folder in the project files, there is the Rococo T-pose, and that's what you need. Open up that FBX, that Rococo T-pose, drop that into your scene. There you go. I also have a Mixamo T-pose just for the people who are going to be using Mixamo. I got that in there just to help you out as well. But I'll look into the -1 frame not being in Blender for sure. I'll make a note of that right here, right now.
You can also select the rig and on its settings, click rest position, and you should get the T-pose that way also. But yeah, we'll look into it.
Thanks, Soto. All right, let's see. Going down the list. Does it need to loop? No, I don't think your render will be a true loop with an invisible cut point. No. All that matters is that your render flows in with the next person's render, and that's happening via everyone using the same animation. That's happening via you not touching the camera, and that's happening via keeping the visual weight of the stairs intact throughout all of the submissions, right? Those are the three rules, and those are the three things that are going to help ensure all the renders flow into each other. Like I said, look at the previous montages that we've done here. If you look on my playlists on my channel, you can find the 3D render montage playlist, and you'll see all the top 100 montages. You'll see all renders montages. That'll give you a very good idea of where we're going with this. Or those of you who have done these challenges before, also on the Discord side, help people out who don't know, right? This may be their first one. You guys have done them before. Help those people out. You guys are in a position to do so. Can you give us a whole story time with what happened with Corridor, or did you sign an NDA? So no, there's no NDA. It's just I assume when you're saying what happened with Corridor, you're talking about me leaving Corridor. Dude, what is in that video of my leaving video that Corridor posted? That's exactly what happened. Like, I'm not making stuff up. There's no like dark secrets. It's literally what I say in that video. So go check that out if you want to. But the short of it is I just wanted to do my own thing. That's it. Let's see. Nothing asks, can the animation of the stairs be slightly changed, but the timing of the character stepping and everything stays the same? So like instead of stairs moving smoothly, they have mechanical. So if I'm getting you right, yes. As long as the character animation is the same, they're taking the same height steps, all that stuff. Like, the stairs is a big part of, you know, it's ready for your artistic spin on the stairs. So change the stairs to however you want. I'm probably gonna make it some like brick thing with some rocks and leaves and twigs sticking out, and like probably that'll be my interpretation of this. You can add a guardrail, make a metal, whatever, right? That's the whole point. Make it fun. Spice it up, zest it up. Can you use Reillusion's character creator for the workflow? You can use whatever program you guys want. 100%. Oh yeah, Hidden Force, good point. VFX Artists React, there's an episode that came out today. We watched all the Indiana Jones movies and did a VFX Artists React on all the Indiana Jones movies. I watched the original trilogy. Me and my wife got together, watched them all. I read all the Cinefex articles on it, these massive like 30-page articles, and I come to the table with all the good info on the original trilogy, Indiana Jones, and then Ren and Nico, they talk about the new ones. So go check it out. That's on Corridor Side, came out today, dropped this morning. Let's see. Dex, do I ever struggle with taking the first steps on a project? If so, any tips to push forward and start? Yeah, I'd say starting is the hardest part. Well, no, I don't know. Starting is a hard part. It's like getting out of bed. Getting out of bed, if you don't have something you're looking forward to, then it can be difficult. That can be the hardest part of the day. If you're trying to, say, go to a workout in the morning, getting out of bed and committing yourself to that workout is the hardest part. The workout isn't the hardest part. It's getting out of bed and going to the workout is the hardest part. Getting started, right? So in this case, for a lot of us, getting started, and I want to make it as exciting as possible for you guys. That's why I'm doing the live stream. That's why it's a big announcement video, big community, where I want to get you guys as excited as possible to get started, because that is a hurdle for sure for a lot of us. I think there's a difficulty in deciding what you want to do. It's kind of opposite. Usually you have an idea for something you want to do, and then you decide to do it. In this case, it's like, hey, there's an opportunity to do something, but there's no idea. So we hope that the template inspires something in your brain. When you look at it, you can see something, right? And it's a big environment. So take a look at some environments. Go for a hike even, right? A lot of us just default to scrolling on the internet as our reference, but that's why I love, these art books. Flipping through all these different art books and stuff for reference is, I have a small collection of art books here. For that reason exactly, it's a great way to get the brain juices flowing. But yeah, go for a walk, go for a hike, think about these things in the back of your mind, and give yourself some patience. And know that in time you'll come up with something. Free writing also helps, I mentioned earlier. What if I did this? What if I did that? What if I did this, that, right? And you just think of as many ideas as possible. Finding tutorials for yourself that help answer questions. We're all going to be troubleshooting. This is the troubleshooting 3D challenge, guys. There's a lot of troubleshooting when it comes to 3D. So try and enjoy that time. A lot of us can get frustrated, especially on a deadline. We can get very frustrated with troubleshooting. So I think if we're committing X amount of hours per day to this challenge, and you're slowly chipping away at it, as opposed to just rushing everything at the end, you'll have a better time of it. You'll make room for getting stuck, overcoming hurdles, and we'll get through a lot of that through consistency and sticking with it. So I don't know, there's a lot of thoughts on that, but hopefully that helps you. Davros, good question. Can you change the size of the character a bit? So I believe this is an FAQ if you go to the Get Started channel on Discord. But technically, no, you can't change the size of the character. But let's say, for instance, you are retargeting a giant onto the mocap data, but they don't look giant anymore because the way the steps, you know, the size of the steps. You can adjust the size of the steps to be like imagine, right? It's like a giant walking up these steps. And each step they're taking would be in relation, right? As long as the giant is the same size as the template file character on screen, then you're good. You would just need to build the steps out so that the steps are like buildings, and they're like stepping over buildings or like giant chunks of mountain or rock, and then you have like normal sized characters maybe climbing the mountain to show that this is a giant. So in that sense you can change the scale, but no, you can't like make them really tall or really small. Same if you're retargeting like a dwarf character onto the mocap data. You know, the stairs would essentially be bigger. They'd still be stepping in the same way, right? The mocap data would still be stepping in the same way. You would just make, if you wanted to make it a miniature scene, those steps would be like popsicle sticks or something, right? So as long as the character takes up the same space as the character in the template file, you can play with scale in that sense, if that makes sense to you. Can you make water flow down the steps? Why not? Absolutely. Bratik, you're asking, are the steps in the staircase meant to be the same size? Now, this is also an FAQ. A lot of the FAQs are on character and stairs, right? That's natural. Do they all have to be the same size? Technically, no. But what does need to be the same size are the steps that the character is taking. That mocap data is baked in, right? So you need to make sure that those steps they're taking, those 4 steps they're taking, are equal steps. But if you want to have some of the bottom steps or the top steps kind of like say they're going up like a mountain path, right? I keep using this mountain path example. There's gonna be like 80 million mountain path examples or renders. Let's say like these 4 steps, these 4 equal steps they're taking are like 4 stones that are equally spaced. But then like up ahead, you can see that the steps might get bigger, right? And the ones below get smaller or something like that, or bigger, whatever. So you can play with like the sizing of the steps as long as the character is stepping. As long as you're not touching the mocap data, right? Like you can't have them skip 2 steps, make a big step. Like no, keep that mocap data in. Can you add buildings or any other elements on the right side of the stairs? Yeah, absolutely. That would be cool. Like put something in that little nook on the right. That would be sick. So a lot of you guys have questions on like, can I break the stairs? Can I change the width of the steps? All of that stuff. Technically, all of this is okay. But again, keep in mind that before you, a person is gonna have steps leading up to your render. So if you start it with no steps, then it kind of breaks it. Also, if you have no steps leading out of your render, then the person after you, their steps coming down, like it's like steps will just appear. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But you can play with the steps. It's up to you. You're the artist. Play with the steps. But look at that second rule. I think it's the second rule. It's either second or third rule in the project file is maintain the visual weight of the steps. So if you're just gonna do thin little glass footprint steps that are floating in the sky, that's technically not adhering to that rule. You need to find a way to fill out that space in the frame with something that resembles or resembled some steps. I guess that's the best way I could put it right now. Wondrous, what's up, dude? Yes, Wondrous, I can't wait. I can't wait for what you put together, dude. It's gonna be sick. It's challenge time, baby. You got it. You got it. Wondrous has been been on the server for a while now, the Discord server, so it's good to see you here. Good to see you here, man. He'll help you guys out. He'll be making some cool stuff, that's for sure. All right. So if there is some landing and characters, so that covers the visual weight of the stairs. I guess I don't quite understand the question. Manishka. Oh, Christian. What up, son? What up, Christian? Dude, I gotta watch that VFX Artist React episode. I'm excited for that. That was a good one. Very fun. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Shout outs to you, dude. Tetris steps. All right. I love it. I love it. Let me hear your guys' ideas. What kind of ideas are you guys trying to go for this time? What are you trying to learn? What ideas are you trying to implement? Let me hear it, and then we'll call it. Can you add more characters? Yes, you can add more characters as long as the provided one is the main subject. Two questions. Do we add custom backgrounds outside of steps? Outside the steps? Yes, absolutely. It's a coloring book page that you got to color in. And then can you replace the walking with other animation? No, you cannot. All right, if the character's wearing a long skirt, it covers even the foot. Yeah. Is it okay if the character's body language is a little different from the way the mocap character is walking? I don't know, it's a tricky one. I don't know how you would do that without messing without making entirely new mocap data. I don't know, that's an artistic risk that you might have to take. All right, Royal Plutonian's doing a war scene. We got some Harry Potter steps, Aztec mythology. Yep. When you just started playing around this time and you're gonna see what comes up instead of just, okay, I got you. You're gonna start playing around this time and see what I like instead of waiting for the perfect idea. I think that's a good way to go about it. Tetris steps. Sandro, you're gonna make some massive underwater Atlantis city. I think that's super cool. I love it. Tin Coco, you have no idea, but you're gonna hit that brainstorm shower very soon. That's a powerful shower, I gotta say. It's a good one. Veli, what's up? Having an office space destroyed by time and space vortex thing. That sounds cool. I love that. Unk Games, your brain is empty. That is good. You're ahead of us all. Perfect. That's where you want to be. Got a little Kung Fu Panda. Climb some steps. Yeah. Some Final Fantasy. I love it. Can you change the main character animation? No. How can I replace the default character? So on Friday the 9th, this upcoming Friday, when I'm gonna be live streaming this whole month, every Friday. And this next one I'm doing with Sam from Rococo, and we're gonna be talking about how to replace all the characters. So maybe focus on your environment a little bit before you worry about the character if you wanna wait for that live stream. Otherwise, there's tutorials out there. Lots of good info, but I'll see you guys Friday for that to help you with retargeting and all that stuff. A maintenance worker walking alongside. Oh, I lost it. I like maintenance worker though. We're walking alongside a pneumatic elevator is all I've got so far. I think that's cool. Is there a 3D creation website I'd recommend? Yeah, there's a lot. So Polyhaven is a great free resource for free textures, free HDRIs, and free models. If you're in Unreal Engine, the whole Quixel library comes for free. Let's see, all the sponsors we have for prizes, you can check in the link in the description. You can also check on the Discord side. We have all the prizes listed out. So like Rococo Vision, for example, is free. You guys can grab that. It's a 14-day free trial, but you can email support@rococo.com with the subject line pwnisher 3D challenge, and they'll re-up you your 14-day free trial of Rococo Vision. That is basically a way to motion capture your own performance without a motion capture suit, and it uses 2 cameras to capture that data. So that's a good resource. Jenga Effects is providing their suite for free for the month for you guys. So that's Embergen. If you want to make explosions, smoke, dust particles, tornadoes, sparks, fog, clouds, all that stuff. Embergen is basically a GPU-based sim software that you can simulate in real time. They also came out with GeoGen, and that's their terrain generator, all real time. You can look at your render as you create it. That's all free this month. The link is in the description down below. Jenga Effects, go check them out. Grayscale Gorilla, go check them out. They're also a sponsor of this challenge. They have, if you go to their website, sign up on their website, it's free, and you can grab some free assets from them to use in your art as well. I would also recommend, they're not a sponsor this time, but they're an incredible resource, Kitbash 3D. Go to Kitbash 3D. I'm telling you guys, this is probably one of the best ones here. Go to Kitbash 3D. They have Cargo. They just came out with Cargo. It's basically their asset library. You don't have to buy individual packs anymore. You can just get Cargo and buy individual assets. You can say, I want to buy this giant temple for $5. You can do that. You can, of course, still buy packs too, but they have a big free asset library. So go to Kitbash 3D. I got a link down below. I should have a link down below for Kitbash stuff. If not, I'm gonna add one. But go to Kitbash 3D, grab Cargo. They have a free version. A lot of good stuff over there. Anything else? What, I don't know, Sotomonte, would you recommend any like 3D asset stuff? Can you think of anything?
I think you got them. I mean, YouTube is good for learning, and blender.org, I guess. But
Yeah.
They're all good. Yeah.
There you go.
What you said is good.
Yeah. If you guys are in Unreal Engine, I have a lot of great Unreal Engine tutorials. I'm going to be streaming in Unreal Engine throughout this month, helping you guys out. William Fauché also has some incredible tutorials. Winbush has some incredible Unreal tutorials. Cinema 4D wise, Grayscale Gorilla, they're like the tops. David Ariev, a lot of Octane C4D tutorials. You got iDesign, EJ over at iDesign. He's got some incredible C4D tutorials. Who else? Blender wise, I like you guys are on Blender. Blender Guru, of course, the donut tutorial and beyond. CG Geek has got some good ones. Sotomonte, who am I missing? I'm not on the Blender side. Yeah, I don't know. Bad Normals also does some good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. You guys, help me out here in chat, guys. If you guys know of any good Blender tutorials, Blender YouTube artists who make good stuff. Oh, Captain Dissolution, of course. He's less of a click-by-click guy and more of a overall kind of, workflow debunking type of guy. He gets into theory a little bit, and he's one of the best. Oh yeah, Ian Hubert, of course. Ian Hubert, he's got some tutorials sprinkled out. CG Boost, I'm seeing you guys. CG Matter. Chip Walters for Blender. Okay, yeah, good stuff. Default cube. Yeah, there's some good resources down here, guys. Please add seagulls flying to the left of the stairs. I'll think about it, my friend. I will think about it. But it's not a bad idea. I like it. Oh yeah, Peter France. Duh. Peter France. Go check out Peter France. He's got incredible tutorials. They're like super in-depth. Good dude. He's coming over tonight, actually. We're doing a little Catan night at the place. Peter's coming over. Some other friends too. All right, y'all. I think that's it. I think we're gonna call it. I'll see you on the Discord side. Good luck for those of you who know what's going on, who know what you're doing. Help those who don't. I'll see you guys Monday on Discord at noon for the weekly stage chat. We'll get you guys up on stage, talk about your ideas, maybe talk about your blockouts, take a look at your stuff, and I will be here for you to further guide everyone toward a super cool unifying montage that we'll all have in the end of this thing in March. Is when it's dropping, guys. You have until March 3rd, 11:59 p.m. PST. All right, March 3rd. That's a Sunday, 11:59 p.m. PST. Not a second past. All right, it's a sad thing to have to drop the artists who submit a minute after that deadline. Don't let it happen to you. But we're not there yet. We're in the beginning. So stay inspired. Keep your eyes and ears peeled for inspiration. Don't get hooked on just the one idea. I'm gonna do a little bit of research myself and see if I can't come up with another idea as well. But other than that, guys, good luck. Have fun. I'll see you on Monday on Discord, and then next Friday with Sam from Rococo, we'll be showing you guys how to add characters to the mocap data, retarget, all that good stuff. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Good luck. Have fun. Peace.